Finally, the day has come. Today is the day. The day I have foreshadowed for so long. That I've talked about. That I've put off. That I've promised I'm going to do. But just kind of never got around to it. Things that I kept putting off so I could build more farms. That's right. Today's a day where we renovate the industrial build area. Welcome back to the Scarworld Season 2 server. We're going to take a quick break from that project because I haven't checked my shop in a while, and more importantly, there's a problem with the shop. Well, not the shop itself, but one of the mechanisms, one of the key drawing points to the shop. And it's been a problem for a while, and I just haven't really had a solution for it. And I was messing around in a, creative test world, and I think I've got a solution. So this area is so nice. You almost forget you're in the Nether. Let's take the tram to spawn. Alright, transfer station to shopping district. Oops, I pushed the cart a little bit. Nope. Was I supposed to save rockets? And here we are. So the problem that I've had pretty much the whole time has been that the rail line can get stuck. By the way, this is my horse. And I've had a manual restart. Somebody doing that? But it stops most of the time. It's an unloading, issue. And I always knew that was a possibility when I designed it. But I expected it to be a little bit more reliable. And I'm going to try to squeeze in a different take on it that hopefully will solve the problem. I'm gonna eliminate the drop off. So let's actually shut this off. And I really don't know how I'm going to go about doing this because I baked it into the building so much that, normally I have maintenance rooms. You guys are familiar with that, right? You've seen everything I've been building. I always have space to work if I need to change things. But of course, here in the shopping district, I'm very space limited. So hopefully I don't. Let's see, I gotta know where that water is. I don't want to release the Kraken. All right. I think I need to do is I need to get all of the villagers just out of the way. All right, good. So the alteration I think is going to be fairly straightforward. What might be more challenging is the redstone that I used, to trigger each line. So I'm just going to have to play it by ear. Okay, so it looks like... Okay, so both of these get powered. I think that's okay. I think we can stay with that. What we need probably is to get rid of this hump altogether. Let's get some more basic rails. Don't need these blocks. Oh boy. A lever. Okay, I guess it was on the side there. I always get nervous when I look at my inventory and I find redstone that I wasn't carrying previously. Because it had to come from somewhere. So this block's going to get powered. I don't think that's going to work. With the new design. I need a ramp going down. Oh boy, I didn't bring wool. Alright, let's hope we can work with what we got. So we're gonna need a too high ramp. Oh, that's not gonna work either because the powered rail needs to be... No, that's okay. Right. Power rail can be here. And then that. And that. Does that need to be? Okay, I can steal that. And then these need to be powered all the time. Yeah, this is going to get a little ugly here. Da, 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 da. What? No, not over my head. There, alright. And... maybe we only need one to power if they're all in motion. See, I'm trying to keep them from getting bunched up. But this is going to be... Alright, let's see here. We need this here. And... there... Oh boy. from a space consideration, I'm not feeling confident about this. That will be powered full time. Rail, not powered. And so they should come up powered and then sit on the depowered ones. And then up and then sit on the depowered ones. All right, okay, this might work. This might work. It's going to be it's just going to be a little tight here on the redstone. Really gotta be careful with that water. And let's just, let's get some room here. I'm going to need to be able to bring a signal to here. So I can probably get away with maybe replacing this with a target block. Or this. Let's do this one. Because it's further down, it's easier for me to run underneath, right? With the wool that I don't have on me. You know what? I think I'm gonna start carrying wool in my ender chest. Alright, I ran back home real quick and I got some yellow wool just so I wouldn't have to keep moving stuff around. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just, rather than reinvent the wheel, because I already have the detector rails in these places, I'm just going to use the existing line. And I believe that will already trigger this, so I probably don't have to do anything with that at all. But I think that if I, let's get some redstone here. I'm curious if powering this line. Okay, yeah, I didn't think it would. Nope, still won't. So this needs to be a repeater, or that needs to be a repeater. And that being a repeater wouldn't inherit power, so I'm actually claustrophobic in real life. God, this is not doing a lot of good for me. All right, let's see here. Down, thank you. All right, so that'll do that. I don't need to use that. And let's run some wool. Oh, it's noon on the server. All right. And since we already repeated here, we don't have to worry about the signal strength. All right. So that, that might do it. Maybe? Obviously, I got to reconnect these, and I don't need this here. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. I'm going to have to run this line down and under, because there will be a rail, or it'll be a block there for the rail, and it would block out the redstone. Nope. All right. Plus, it gets rid of a bend, so I can have, the fewer times they have to turn, the better. More time they're on powered rail, less opportunity for it to stop for some reason. Nope, that's not going to work. Alright, so right now I have it triggering in 2 places. There is a detector right there and over there. And I don't think I want to do 2 anymore. The sound of that horse is kind of creeping me out. I ain't gonna lie. I bought him. He was at a shop. He looked lonely. And I've never had a skeleton horse in Minecraft. So, couldn't pass it up. Alright. This doesn't need to be here, but I'm going to leave it for now. Actually, no, I'm not. Let's just clean some of this stuff up while we go. Okay. In theory, this whole thing's been modified. It might actually work. But it's a big if. Let's see here. And I need another rail because those guys. Okay. Alright, so if I send one at a time, he should get to the first one. And stop there, right? He should get stuck on this. This is going to give me a chance to test it. Good. I think his buddy bounced back. That's alright. That should push... It didn't. Why didn't it? What went wrong? Is it because this is a dot? I bet that's how... Yeah, okay, right. Yeah. Okay. So I'll need to change this to a target block, but I can't do it while they're standing on it because they'll fall in. So, move, please. I don't care where you go, you just can't stay here. This is not going well. Alright, let's try this. Haha! Oop. Go, please. Thank you. What? Okay, they're all stuck. It's easier to move 1 than 2. We got this. Oh, that horse is really creeping me out. This is why you don't keep undead pets. That doesn't look right, does it? That's not right. What did I do wrong? Oh, alright. That's what I did wrong. Alright. Now, in theory... Okay. What am I doing wrong? It helps if you connect the redstone. I'm so good at this. Oh, I think it's working. Sweet. Alright. It's working. Now, of course the question is, did this actually fix the problem? The problem being that when the whole area gets unloaded, one of the guys gets, stops on a hump, effectively, and doesn't trigger all of them. So I'm gonna have to leave this, come back to it later, see if it's still running, and just go from there. Let's light this place up down here. I'm not going to fill it in because, you know, to be honest, I don't have high confidence that this is going to work first try, or fifth or sixth try, how many times it took to me to realize I didn't have it wired up. But I'll come back and, you know, over the next couple of days and check on it and see if it's running. But I think this has a higher chance of working than the previous design did. Alright, let's head back to the industrial base and yeah, see how much time we have left in the episode. But let's make some more progress on working the whole area out, and this way I can come back. That's kind of why I want to do this. I knew I was going to be engaged in doing that for a while, and I thought, you know what? This has been on my to-do list for a long time, and this way, while I'm off doing that, you know, this can be either working or not working, and it'll give me something to, you know, I can come back and check. All right, let's. I'm gonna head back there, and let's just jump into another time lapse and just see how much we can get done on this episode. So I want to take this time to kind of talk about the bigger picture of the industrial build area and kind of what's in store for it. So this has been a long time coming in the renovation to transform it to a kind of a mob-proofed area, as well as just give structure to the space between all the farms. So I'm glad to finally be knocking out this part of the project, but again, I'm really just starting this part of the project. The entire build area is not done yet. There's more farm land to be covered. There's going to be more things to come in the future. But for now, we're going to get the areas that we are actively in mob-proofed, as well as establishing the motif for how the area is going to go. And I'm really enjoying the way this is coming out. The red brick with the honey, I think, is just a wonderful contrast, and it kind of gives direction, you know, your paths to follow. It's also high-speed lanes because it's soul sand with the haste boost, or the speed boost. I also would like to take this opportunity to welcome one of our newest Scarians, Cosplay Bob. She hung out with me for a while, you know, she's new to the area. Apparently she's building near my base. Apparently she's also building a graveyard near my base, so I probably should go by, make sure my name is on one of the tombstones. But I want to welcome her to our community. It's great to have new people. It's great to have people hang out, and her time spent hanging out with me and helping me out was greatly appreciated. So thank you very much, and welcome to Scarworld. I've been standing here staring longingly at my now disabled iron golem killing chamber. That's right, it's gonna go. While I was doing this, I shut off the access to the chamber, and as suspected, the spawn rates spiked pretty good, because when the golems were coming up in the killing chamber, the villagers over here were seeing the golem. See, look, they're spawning on the left side. Something they haven't been doing a whole lot. So it's shut off. In fact, I've already dug the new water streams. It's already set up. See, this is already sealed off. You know, I went back and forth on it, but it really came down to I need to clear that space. It just doesn't look right with the new pathing and all this. And I'd rather just have that space. But, you know, it's been a permanent fixture so far. And it's been a place where I've held all my stuff, you know. My first wings, my first armor, maps. But that's alright. We'll find a new home for all this stuff. it's time for it to go. So we're pretty much out of time for this episode, and I feel like we've got a lot done. We've defined the motif of the district going forward, and I've kind of revealed some of my plans by doing the little water feature there, and that's just it's a first pass. That's just the beginning of the water area. Right now it's a mob proofing, and I gotta say that loosely because this right here is not mob proofed. And while I was standing here, like right there, at the stuff, I had a creeper drop on my head and blow it all up. It blew through the wall. Fortunately, it didn't kill any of the villagers. It blew out all the glass. It actually blew out the farmland below. I mean, it was a mega explosion. It's a minor miracle that I survived. And unfortunately, I didn't have that on camera. So there's no footage of it. But it was a stark reminder that I need to mod-proof the area above somehow. And I don't know how I'm going to do that. But we'll figure it out. But this is it. This is kind of the ceremonial goodbye for this, let's face it, kind of a gaudy chamber, right? It's not too pretty. But it is what it is. The areas evolve. Life moves on. And I'm going to go ahead and tear this thing down and decide what I'm going to do with the open space and then move on. But yeah, so here, let's jump cut real quick to it being gone. And there we are. Just a big old hole in the ground where it used to be. I still got to clean up the water streams, and there's junk at the bottom from when I had to build the other water streams. There's a chest full of stuff that I need to get down in there and clean up. But I'm going to deal with that later. I'm not going to fill in this hole at the moment because this land is going to be developed one way or another. It's either going to have another path going through it, or the whole thing will be turned into a water feature. I don't know yet. But I have more plans for this area, and we'll go over that in the next episode or two, or, this is going to be an ongoing project. But like this right here, I'm pretty sure is going away. The entrance to the breeder, I think this is going to go. It's not in a good spot. And there's something I want to do with this area. So this is probably going to go away. Yeah, so there's going to be some big changes coming to the area. But there's a lot more planned for the future. And, aside from removing this, the water is, right now, it's kind of a placeholder. There's going to be fish in here, and we'll make it look a little bit more aquatic. I probably won't go with coral because it's not tropical. And especially since we kind of got this swamp water going on in places. But there's a lot more to come, and hopefully you guys will come back and see it as it continues to evolve. But we're going to wrap this up and call it an episode. Thank you guys very much for coming out. I really appreciate it. As always, if you have a comment and you have any opinion on this, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Having input from other people, I get input from Scarians while I'm talking to them in chat. But having input from actual viewers helps define the direction in which these projects go. But thank you very much for coming out, and looking forward to seeing you guys in a future episode.